Hello and welcome to Long Island Weather Update. I know we're a little late. I just wanted to take a walk at the beach this evening. 10:30, I know, but it's August 11th, and still a lot of clouds for the mini part of the. Let's make this loop a little bit longer here. And you can see we had a lot of clouds. Actually, we even looked like there was some even light rain on the radar with this disturbance moving through, and then you can still see a little bit of haze in the atmosphere today. I'll show you what the sky looked like first. We had, you can see this is we had these pop-up cumulus. You can see the haze in the atmosphere here in this picture. And then we had some cirrus later on, and then this was beautiful dusk at the beach here. So it's really nice. Anyway. It was sea breeze today, which kept things cooler than they could have been, I guess. We'll take a look at our current conditions right now across the area. Things are pretty quiet across the country. So temperature 72 degrees. I know this is a weather update and outlook. I know. Well, let's get through that too. 72. Dew point's not all that low because of that southwesterly window today. Hit 81 at Farmingdale. So just showing you what the day was like at Farmingdale today. We actually had only a north wind in the morning. The rest of the day, south wind. You know you have a weak cold front coming through when you have a south wind behind the cold front, because that's not supposed to happen. High temperatures got up into the upper 70s and low 80s across Long Island. And as you get into interior areas, particularly New Jersey, you got more like mid-80s. Lows, 60 West Hampton. Everybody else, 68 at Islip. Didn't even get below 70 at Farmingdale, and 64 at Miller Air Park out there right now. So that's what we got. Actually, that is the current temperature, 64 right there. And so they got dew point 61 too. Not that low. I mean, it's better, but not. It's not like we're seeing dew points in the 50s like we were hoping for. That hasn't happened yet. And that is not happening because if we go to the weather map, we got kind of a stationary front off to the south of us. There's a little trough that's going to be moving through tomorrow. This could bring some more clouds in the afternoon and the chance possibly for some sprinkles. Let's take a wider view at the satellite right now. Sorry if I sound tired. I just feel tired today. I don't know why. But let's go here. We'll go to the 60, I guess. 60. That's fine. 60, yeah. So you can see there's that little trough that low that's rotating around. You see, again, the fires out west, the smoke. Looks like a lot of convection across Florida. Let's see what's happening up north. I'm still seeing a lot of smoke up there. So here's the 36 frame, and you can still see a lot of smoke from the Northwest Territories there. Look at how far north that's getting. That's well into the Arctic there. And you can see there, what's going to happen is you can see here, that smoke is going to get wrapped around this and then brought down. So you can clearly see what's going to happen here. Let me get my draw tool out here. And you can see that the smoke, you're going to see this kind of a dark color. I don't know what color we're using here. Yeah, you could sort of see it, I guess. The smoke is going to get wrapped around here. It's going to get wrapped around. You can see it's going to get wrapped around like this. You can see my arrows there. So we're definitely going to be dealing with it at some point this week. Perhaps by Tuesday or Wednesday, perhaps as soon as that. That's a lot of smoke right there that you see. Let's go look at the southeastern Canada one. Southeast Alaska one, my mistake. Yeah, these fires are continuing to just go. I mean, literally, this is, and actually we have not only in Northwest Territories, we have some in British Columbia, as well as northern Alberta. So still lots of, it's funny how you hear absolutely nothing about it in the media. Also, fires also in British Columbia as well. So the smoke is definitely going to be returning to our area. So if we have any blue skies, you better get out there and enjoy them soon, because we may be dealing with that smoke for a while. And let's look at the west now as well. And you can still, we still got fires out here too. Let's take a little bit of a longer loop here. Yep, there they all are. So we still got a lot in Northern California. I think the park fires quieted down. We got Oregon, Idaho. Get all these fires going in Idaho right now. So, yeah. And you know what really sucks is the smoke models are not working at all. So we're going to just see how the heat wave is doing up in Canada right now. I think it's calmed down a little bit. Yeah, the temperatures are definitely lower. We're seeing 68 degrees. Smoke being reported here at this site. 4 mile visibility. Here, this is Northwest Territories. Let's look for Yellowknife. Find Yellowknife on here. Yellowknife is somewhere up. It's not this far up, but here's Inuvik. 15 mile visibility being reported. Oddly enough, no smoke being reported there. Yellowknife is also reporting smoke too. Yellowknife's a little further down. This one, that's an automated station. Find Yellowknife. This map really needs to have better. Like, yeah, they don't really show the towns here very well, so it's really hard for me to find Yellowknife on here. Sorry for the folks in Yellowknife. I can't find you. I don't know where. Oh, well, that's not good. 88 degrees here at this station. It got up to 89, so there's still some heat in the Northwest Territory. Here's Yellowknife. It's all the way over here. So Yellowknife, 70 degrees. They got up to 77 today, and they're dealing with 3 mile visibility and smoke. So you can see the heat's kind of shifted a little more to the eastern part of the Northwest Territories and now into Nunavut. Some of the heat is, let's see what we got over here. 54 degrees over there. Let's see. I'm trying to see if we can get some observations. Cambridge Bay is not reporting smoke at this time. They're reporting 15 mile visibility, but they were reporting smoke a little earlier. Just kind of tracking where the smoke is right now. Wow, 60 degrees even this far up at Arctic Bay. That's quite something. See if any of these stations are reporting smoke at all. That's what I'm kind of curious about. Equilot Airport, 30 mile visibility. No smoke being reported there. They got up to 63. Now they're down to 39. But, yeah, they may get into some of that smoke, too. So we'll have to see. Sure looks like it's going to make its way over there, too. So, yeah, I spend a lot of time talking about the smoke because no one else does. No one else talks about these wildfires. It's just on you know, I mean, how could you ignore this? Let's go and look at this view here of Canada. This kind of shows you all the smoke that we have here. This is the high-resolution satellite. You can see Northwest Territories here. Lots of fires. Saskatchewan. Even some in Manitoba, too. So all that smoke, you can see it's definitely going to make its way. Look at the brown that's getting up there. That's not good at all. That's going to make its way into Greenland. That's not good at all. So some of it's going to make it. Some of it's going to make its way down here too. So I'm going to actually want to add a layer here. Let's add the fires and thermal anomalies layer here, and this will show you all the fires that we have burning right now. All right, so you can see all these dots here are all wildfires. Look at all those wildfires. And then you have them in the west, too, of course. So lots of fires, and we're going to get back into the smoke eventually. But right now we've got some clear air that we're going to enjoy. So let's go and look at and again, the smoke models. They are not working. This is the last one. They last updated on the 10th. So we can't even look at the smoke models now. They better get it fixed by tomorrow. It's ridiculous. Nobody thinks this is important. It's unbelievable. The other thing that we got to watch, this is soon to be Ernesto, potential tropical cyclone 5, right? This is going to be Ernesto right now. So this is the cone that they have for it right now. They do have becoming a hurricane, perhaps a major hurricane, threatening Bermuda by this Friday. It's going to get into that area, but it's still a ways away right now. Before I get into the forecast, let's just go over today's climate statistics for you. Islip at a high of 79 and a low of 68. The high was 3 degrees below normal, but they were actually reporting just right at normal for today at Islip. Central Park, however, was below normal, high of 80, low of 69, 2 degrees below normal for the day. Again, pretty comfortable day out there. Maybe not quite as crisp as we'd obviously like it, especially given the way the sky looked. It really wasn't a great looking sky today, with the overcast for much of the day, and then by the afternoon it started clearing out. But then we had the cumulus and still a little bit of residual haze out there. So a little bit, nothing like what we're going to see later this week though. So let's go and look at the models now. I'm going to go to the upper air. Well, we'll go to the jet stream first here on the GFS. All right, so you can see that we got a little trough coming through, so that's going to keep us in the cool air. And still in that trough, so you can see how that flow from Canada is going to bring the smoke down later this week. So still in that trough. And then this, by the way, is Ernesto. So we still have the northwest flow, and that Ernesto could, it looks like it's trying to bring it maybe close to the Canadian Maritimes. We've been seeing a lot of storms in the Canadian Maritimes, but you'll generally see troughiness in the east in this. And then as we get toward the end, maybe you see a little bit more of a ridge. The jet stream is still like really just twisted and tied in knots. Not surprisingly, this is what we deal with as we deal with a warming world. So let's go and look at the European and the jet stream there. And we'll go to the European operational here and see if there are any differences here. Not really. They look pretty similar to each other. So let's go back to the GFS and we'll go to the upper air. So here's your little wave coming through tomorrow. That's going to kind of just reinforce the cool air. Meanwhile, I still see that there's a ridge up in the northwest there. Here is Ernesto. And we still have a trough in the east. And the thing we have to watch here and be careful of, right now it looks okay, but if this ridge somehow is stronger, it could wind up pushing Ernesto closer to the coast. So we have to just, we're not out of the woods yet. All right, we're gonna have to keep an eye on it. All right, but you'll still see a lot of ridging out west and a lot of ridging continuing in the northwest territories and some troughing in the eastern part of Canada. So this kind of indicates that we're staying in kind of a northwesterly flow here, which is going to tend to keep the temperatures below normal. So let's go look at normal or below normal. So you can see the upside down situation we have well above normal up in the north of Canada there today. That's going to continue tomorrow. We're, again, a good part of the country below normal. The above normal starts shifting a little more to the east, into the eastern part of Canada as we get toward Thursday. But you can see temperatures for us stay fairly close to normal, to below normal. And you can see, again, that the heat, again, in the west and northwest part of Canada, because it's this ridge here that's causing this dip in the jet stream that's actually causing the cooler air to come our way. And you can see out west still staying above normal, but see, for the most part, it's not really showing any heat ups for us. We're not seeing any heat ups. I can look at the 12Z and see if there's any differences. Honestly, 12Z maybe gets us a little bit warmer next week. But generally speaking, no really big heat ups until maybe the end of the month, perhaps. But other than that, we're not really going to be dealing with too much heat. And that's the good news on all of this. Let's go and look at the... we don't get dew point on this, right? So we'll go to the CONUS view now. CONUS. And we'll just show you the dew points as well to show you that we are going to be in the dry air. That's right. We're going to be in the dry air, folks. So, yeah. I got to get some water. Hang on. Do apologize for that. I had to get some water. It's hard to do these long weather updates. But anyway, you can see dew points stay fairly low. You get a little bit of humidity in toward the weekend, and that might actually bring some rain chances. But then here's some pushes of dry air again, and some more pushes of dry air trying to make it through. But we may have to deal with stall fronts. But that's really in the long range. Let's go and look at the surface. We're at CONUS already. I'm tired. Just forgive me for being tired. So here's the CONUS view. We'll do the radar simulation here. So you'll see high pressure staying over us. Actually, I don't want to use this. This is the one I want to use. So see today, there's a chance of some precipitation upstate, but generally that high pressure stays in control. We're dry throughout most of the week. Here's Ernesto. Here's your high pressure system. As we get toward the weekend, we're going to have to watch how hot this high and Ernesto react with each other. That high right now actually keeps us dry for the weekend, but some of the other models say that's not what's going to happen. Let's look at the 12Z. I don't think there's much of a difference here. Let's see if the position has changed at all. A little bit. But you'll see we may have some precipitation chances as we get toward the latter part of the weekend into next week. Other than that, it looks like we're continuing to have high pressures kind of try to come down and keep the heat at bay. So that's why we're not really seeing any major heat ups here. Let's go to the European model. To the European. Let's see. The European's a little bit wetter for the weekend. You see that. It's got a little bit of a different position. It's got Ernesto much further east than the GFS. Icon only goes out that far. If we want to go a little further, I'd have to go with the 12Z Icon. Icon also looks a little bit like the Euro and keeps it a little further away. I wouldn't underestimate that at this point, though. It could shift west again, but right now it does not look like it's going to threaten us. Hopefully, it doesn't. And again, we'll get more into Ernesto as the week goes by. So let's go take a closer look at our area. Go to the HRRR, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the precipitation forecast. And you'll see there could be a shower or sprinkle, mainly to the north, but it is showing a few that might make it down to Long Island, perhaps, in the early evening hours, perhaps. Maybe some of them might be a thunderstorm. Probably not. And then dry for Tuesday, though it is, again, showing a little something popping up. You'd think that, in a dry air mass, you wouldn't have this happen at all. Let's go to the dew points and wind flow. So, again, we're starting off with the north, very light north. This is the problem. We don't really have a strong flow, so start off with a light north flow. Maybe we'll see our dew points drop into the 50s tomorrow. Maybe it didn't happen today. But you see that southerly flow kind of resumes. And then as we get into Tuesday, again, we start with the northerly flow, and then it backs to south again. So we start with the north and backs to south. So it's going to be hard to get those dew points to drop into the 50s. I'm hoping they do, but so far that hasn't happened yet. Temperatures tonight, we'll see 60s again for a lot of areas. Again, if you're further out east, especially toward the Pine Barrens, you may actually get some upper 50s perhaps. Probably around 60. For the rest of us, probably mid to upper 60s. And tomorrow, temperatures similar to where they were today. I think we'll have upper 70s to low 80s. You can see where it's cooler upstate and up in the interior sections where they're going to have more clouds and chances for showers. And then same deal tomorrow night. It'll cool off again. Be cool again. Some people who don't live in urban hellholes like me can actually open their windows and turn off the air conditioner. But, of course, that's not what I'm going to get here because I have the alley. So, for Tuesday, showing a little bit cooler temperatures. Temperatures perhaps not even hitting 80 on Long Island. Still showing around 80 in Jersey. So let's look at some soundings on here. Start off with the morning, the 15Z, 10 o'clock. We'll see what we got. And you can see the lines are kind of apart. But then as we go to closer in the afternoon, or at 18Z, we'll start seeing more clouds pop up here. And you can see the upper levels aren't even that dry either. So there could be still going to be some clouds, especially toward the afternoon tomorrow. Let's look at the GFS. We're going to go a little further along now throughout the week here. Dew points and wind flow. I wish the GFS is more aggressive in bringing the drier air in. It has been, but it's been wrong. So here we are for Tuesday. Again, dew points maybe getting into the 50s for Tuesday. As we go into Wednesday, we're still seeing comfortable dew. I mean, these are comfortable dew points. Don't get me wrong. So still seeing perhaps some 50-degree dew points, but it won't be humid. Maybe it won't be dry, but it won't be humid. And that continues through Thursday. Here we go with more of an onshore flow as we get toward Friday. And then the weekend, we have more of that southerly flow that's going to develop. Let's go and look at our temperatures in the GFS now for the rest of the week. Moving into Wednesday. Temperatures start to warm up, low to mid 80s. And, we're dealing with 80s, perhaps slightly above normal on Thursday. Perhaps upper 80s in Jersey, but generally mid 80s. Nothing really, no really big heat ups. And then as we get toward the weekend, you could see cooler temperatures because we'll have more cloud cover and shower chances. And if I go look at we'll put the radar on here, you'll see that this is showing some shower chances, mainly off to the west. So this weekend, next weekend, probably may not be completely dry, but it's still a ways out to really, say for sure. Let's go look at the clouds next. Cloud forecast. This doesn't consider the smoke. So it's actually showing more sunshine for tomorrow than we had today. Well, actually, we're not going to. Today it showed sunshine too, but it's showing plenty of sun. And for Tuesday, we have to worry about high clouds on this GFS model. And then for Wednesday, those high clouds kind of get out of here, and then we'll get rid of some of them. There'll be sunshine, but I don't know if we're going to have any nice blue skies. And then it's showing, again, some clearing on Friday. But, again, if there's smoke in there, which there probably will be, we don't have the smoke models, then it could be a bit of a hazy sky. And we may even have some of that smoke at the surface. But, again, I don't have any models to look at. So here's tomorrow. Start off with sunshine. I think as we get toward the afternoon is when we'll see more clouds develop. And then for Tuesday, we're going to have to watch these high clouds that might skirt off to the south of us. That's the only cloud cover. And then you can see, again, there's some instability, again, pop-up stuff as you get toward later in the afternoon. And then this is, again, we're looking at overnight Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, not showing, it's still showing a little bit of it, which is interesting. So we're still seeing that because the high pressure, I guess, is not strong enough and the air isn't dry enough to completely suppress that activity. So let's go to the CPC now. Climate Prediction Center. We'll go to the 6 to 10 day outlook, and it's showing below normal in the west, but you can see the Midwest, much of it is above normal through the south. Below normal in the mid-Atlantic and parts of the Northeast. However, the further north you go, it's above normal. They have above normal precipitation for our area, near normal in the center of the country, and above normal in the Northwest. And hopefully that's right because that would be important to helping the situation with the wildfires. 8 to 14 day, you can see still saying cooler out west, above normal in the much of the country, and above normal in the east for precipitation. So that's what your long-range forecast looks like. As far as, your longer range, I don't really do long-range stuff, but that's what it looks like right now. And if we look at we'll actually go to the GFS and we'll take a look at our precipitation amounts. As far as rainfall goes, total accumulated precip, and we'll see if we're going to start seeing any of that rain out west. You can see there's actually more rain in the midsection. It's interesting because that's not what I'm seeing on the GFS. That's not what I'm seeing at all. So it's kind of interesting that they have above normal precipitation because I don't really see that much. They probably using the European model. Let's go and look at that. That's probably what they're using. Not really. Even the Euro doesn't show that much. Euro has us wetter, but I'm going to change the region on this too. See if there's any relief for the Northwest Territories. It is showing some rain. That's the GFS. See, this is the track of Ernesto right here. GFS showing some rain, but it's patchy. It is showing more as we get toward later in the period, but other than that, I don't really see a whole lot here. So, where those wildfires are burning, I don't know if they're going to really be getting much help at all. So we can look at one other model. I got this model here. This model really only does surface smoke, though. But I just want to show you gases in the atmosphere because we're going to go and look at carbon monoxide here. Because, there is some elevated carbon monoxide in our area. today. The air quality was not great. You can see all the carbon monoxide coming off these wildfires here up north. Let's look at some of these other gases. Whew, a lot of sulfur dioxide as well. A lot. It's not good. And this is nitrogen dioxide. Also quite a bit of it. The air quality is not really great as far as gases go. Particles. All right, PM 2.5. This is what they usually use for smoke. And you can see there was cleaner air to the north. You can see there's a lot of... This is the surface. That's all we're going to get on this model. I could run this every 8 hours. So this is what we have. And it's not good. All right, we're looking at... we're looking at Tuesday, I believe. Now, so far, it's not showing any of that smoke getting here. At least by Tuesday. But eventually, I think it will. This model is not... This is only... the surface. This doesn't vertically integrated smoke. So now we're at 15. Still not showing it getting here. I don't know if I'm buying what this model is saying. No, I'm not. I don't know if I'm buying it. I don't know if I'm buying it. So this isn't really the best model. And unfortunately, like I said, we don't have... Yeah, they're old. This is all old data. This is from the 10th. So I don't understand what's going on with that. I really don't. Yeah, let's see if the HRRR, maybe the HRRR is working. They're probably still not. Nope, it just has 10th. So why aren't they updating this? They better fix this tomorrow. So unfortunately, we can't use this. I could try one other thing. It's already pivotal weather. Yeah, pivotal. Yeah, pivotal. Of course, pivotal charges, and I don't think they like us using it. This is what we have here. We'll see if we can try to. This only shows. Hang on, we might be able to actually. No earlier forecasts are available. Yeah, I don't like this model at all. Let's see. I'll run. Here we go. Let's see. Find the 0Z. We may have to use this. Let's see. Play. Let's see if there's a play feature here. Does that play it? You're gonna have to bear with me. Like I said, I don't know why our site's not working. Let's go. I'll just click these numbers here and see if we... Alright, so far not showing any. So this goes out to 48 hours. So 48 hours from now, it's not really showing too much smoke. So that's the best I can do for you as far as smoke goes. Smoke model. So anyway, that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather update. Hopefully we get some blue skies at some point. I know we haven't had them yet, but again, looking at all this smoke up here, eventually I don't see how it's not going to get here. Especially given that our flow is out of Canada. So that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather update. Good night.